Whispers in the midnight air, ghostly fingers in my hair, shadows dancing by my bed, echoes of the things they once said.
Welcome to Ghost Girls.
Welcome back to another episode of Ghost Girls.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
We've got another solo ep today.
Yes.
Nicole and Leah. We're feeling goofy girls.
We're feeling goofy girls.
Goofy
silly,
ghost
silly ghost
girls.
girls. Paranormal girls doing paranormal stories.
We're
with our paranormal titties.
with our paranormal titties. We're ghost curious. We're deeply haunted. We're excited.
I love it.
Can you tell that the vibes are more low key today? We just love a solo episode moment. We just, we've had so many great guests, but we just at the end of the day love just returning. Betsy the dog is here. She's still wearing her goth girl dress.
Her beautiful
She's
goth girl dress.
Honestly fantastic.
Absolutely. Yeah, no, we love our guests, but we also just love kicking it as girlfriends.
Just little girls.
Little ghosty girls.
We were having a little snacky before this. Leah made us some peanut butter and jellies.
Yep, like we're in 5th grade again.
Leah, tell them where you get your peanut butter.
Oh, I get it from Hawaii.
This
This is the bougiest thing I do is I order bougie Hawaiian peanut butter that's imported from Hawaii. It's called Aloha Spreads, not sponsored.
But if you want to,
I wish they would.
Spreads.
It is pricey, but it's because it's like coconut peanut butter and it's like crack is in it. I don't know.
It's fantastic. I mean, you can really taste the coconut.
Yeah.
The Sammy she made me was so fucking good.
No, it's so good. This is like an overshare, but I guess that's what I do. Because I'm pregnant, I can't get Botox. And so if
Ooh.
I'm saving money on Botox, you know where that money's going?
Nut butter.
Peanut butter from Hawaii.
I mean, yeah, just you have to. That's self-care though.
It's self-care. I'm like, listen, if I'm gonna have a wrinklier forehead, I'm gonna have nice peanut butter. Yeah.
Leah and I, in addition to exploring ghosts, have also been really just talking about unusual self-care and self-preservation recently. We've been door dashing a lot, and we're like, just like random stuff like note cards or cashews, and we're like, is this wrong? And we're like, no, self-care.
It's self-care. I feel like that's what the TikTok kids would call like girl logic or something, or girl math. Is that, you think that's it? Or is that misogynistic?
I mean, I don't think it's. I think
saying
that's
that
girl
DoorDash
math.
is self-care is like, I think what the kids would call girl math
I think so too,
or girl logic,
because it makes sense.
Yeah, and you know what? There's truth to it. It's not just girls being girls. It is self-preservation. I mean, you know how long it takes to get anywhere and do anything in LA?
Absolutely.
Sometimes it helps to have someone bring it to you.
It could take you 60 minutes to go buy some index cards, or you could casually, at your leisure,
exactly,
get it delivered to your doorstep.
Exactly. You
Yeah,
know?
absolutely. What are we doing today, Leah? We're sitting down.
We're sitting down. We're hanging out. We have some write-ins. So I did a post on my socials asking people like, hey, if you've had any kind of paranormal, unexplainable, spooky, ghostly experience, we want to hear about it. And you can write in to this email address I literally just created, ghostgirlspod@gmail.com.
Sounds so official.
I know, now it's official. Uh-oh, I'm going to sneeze.
Bless you.
Springtime allergies. I told people, if you want to stay anonymous, stay anonymous. If you don't have to. Nobody wanted to be anonymous. So
everyone's like, I stand by these stories.
yeah, they're like, listen, I want them to know my name and who I am and where I live. Also, to be in full transparency, because we're new to podcasting, I forgot that you're supposed to screen these emails. I'm just gonna read them, and if anything's really crazy, I'll have to cut it out. But
or perhaps we'll just be in it together, and
we'll just be.
You guys you're just hanging on the couch with us. Maybe we're gonna get like a weird, messed up email, and we'll just endure it together. As sometimes you have to endure the paranormally strange. Right.
Like if someone's trying to save our soul or talking about their haunted testes, we're just gonna end up reading it and with you right now live in real time
and lean in.
Yes. So maybe we'll take turns reading these.
We're gonna take some turns, and you know what, actually Leah and I were chatting over our delicious Aloha spreads and jelly, and I realized I actually had one more ghost story, so perhaps
let's start with yours.
Are you sure?
Or whatever you want. Yeah.
Audience, what do you think?
What do you guys think? No, we forgot on our pilot episode, we were sharing some personal encounters, and Nicole had a really great one that she actually left out. So
maybe the best one.
It might be my favorite one actually. So you should share
I just get us rolling?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna tell this ghost story, and then we'll get into
I'm very sorry.
spirit,
I just had peanut butter.
the aloha.
The spirit is in me.
The spirit is in you, girl.
We just lost all the 0 followers. Anyway, sorry, go ahead.
Maybe they're into burps though.
Maybe they are.
I'm gonna tell the story. We're gonna do some emails, and we're just gonna chat.
Yeah.
So, this is one of these, in my opinion, the perfect ghost story for me is one where you wonder, is it a ghost?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm chewing gum. Is that annoying?
I don't know if that's
don't
a
think
faux
so.
pas. I think you're okay.
I'm sorry if it's a little ASMR. This story, it kind of falls into that direction. Because it's not obvious. Is it a ghost? Is it a spirit? Is it whatever? But when I was a kid, it's probably starting at like age 7 or something, I started having this reoccurring dream.
Yeah.
And I think we touched on this in a former previous interview, kind of about what's it called, like the dream where you can't move.
Oh, sleep paralysis.
Yeah, sleep.
Yeah.
Catherine and us were talking about sleep paralysis, and this was like maybe the closest I've ever gotten to sleep paralysis, but it was a recurring dream. So starting at like age 7-ish, I started having this recurring dream where there would be a man standing at my bedside watching me sleep. And then I could see his face clear as day, and it would always be the same man. Just like, it was like a man in his 60s, like tall, slender, and just like looked like had this weathered face. And I remember every time I would have this dream.
Sounds hot. Sorry.
It was really hot. I was crushing on it. Just kidding.
A little wrinkled, weathered face.
I know. Yeah. Can we be more weathered? Yeah. Okay. It was like this. It was the scariest thing ever. Even though the dream, I mean, I guess it's creepy to have a dream about a man watching you sleep, but like it hit just like in such a terrifying zone for me.
Yeah.
And I would have this dream, you know, it wasn't even weekly. It was like maybe monthly or bi-monthly. It was a dream that I had all throughout my adolescence. And it was always the same man. And it was always the same scenario. I would, in the dream, wake up, be aware that he was watching me sleep. And then it was like I was frozen and I couldn't move. Oof. And I believe when Catherine was describing her dream, and maybe you as well,
yeah,
your sleep paralysis experiences were very similar. Like, a presence or whatever, just like kind of looming over you and the inability to move.
I don't remember a presence, but I remember not being able to move. But yeah, a lot of people, including Catherine, feel a presence at the foot of their bed.
I want to look more into that eventually.
Me too,
That's
yeah.
really fascinating.
That's a common one.
It's common. I mean, years go by, years and years and years. And finally, you know, I'm in college and these dreams are, they're still occurring, like I said, like monthly by monthly. And they've never changed, even though, you know, they started when I was 7. At this point, I'm probably in my early 20s. And I'm in college. I'm living in Kansas City. I am attending art school. And I am living in an apartment for the first time with 2 roommates. And the apartment is on the ground floor in kind of this bad part of town. But, you know, typical college town apartment vibes. Like, we loved it. It was really, really fun and novel. And that's kind of setting the scene. Both of the girls that I lived with, one is still like my best friend. The other one.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. You could have multiple best friends.
Bitch.
Bitch. I'm kidding.
You really got me.
No, I'm just kidding. I also have 4, and I don't know if they all know about each other, but
oh my God. Wait till they see this. They're like, you started a podcast with who?
And you have 3 other best friends? Sorry, I didn't mean to.
I love that. I was like, what?
Sorry.
Okay. The 2 other girls I was living with were also in my art school. So that's the vibe. And okay, it's a Friday night. And we usually, as you do in college, we usually went out and partied. But this Friday night, for whatever reason, I was tired. I think maybe I was working on something. I was not going to go out. So I was like, I'm just going to go to bed early.
There.
And my roommate, who was my best friend, was out of town. So it was just me and the other girl there. And we weren't as close, but we were fine. And so I'm like, I'm going to go to bed early. And so I tell her, I'm like, hey, I'm going to bed early. Do whatever you want. But I just want you to know, like, I'll be in my room. And she's like, cool, well, I'm going to have some people over and then we're going to go do like a late night studio work session. And I'm like, that's totally cool. Sounds great. I don't care.
Yeah.
And so I'm in my room and I'm falling asleep and I'm aware of her and her friends like in the kitchen making coffees and stuff. And I know we have a lot of the same friends. So I'm just like aware of who's in the space with me. And I'm falling asleep and I'm just like, okay, I hear them. And then I became very aware that they had left. And I'm like, okay, great. They're in the studio. I'm going to go to like full REM cycle now, like fully going in.
Yeah.
And as I mentioned, we were living in a pretty bad area of Kansas City. And so it was always like extremely important for us to lock the door to our apartment, especially because we lived on the ground floor, like, and the door literally was just to the outside. It was like a really big thing. We all, as roommates, 3 young girls living together, were like always tried to lock the door.
Yeah.
It was our rule. So I'm sleeping. I can hear that everyone's gone. I don't know. It's probably like 10, 11, not super late. And then all of a sudden, I start having the dream again.
Yeah.
Of the man standing at my bedside. And, you know, I'm at this point, it's been, you know, over a decade of having this dream. And so it's not the most unfamiliar sensation to me. And I'm having the dream, and, you know, it's like sleep paralysis vibes. I'm having a hard time moving my body, kind of coming to. And then all of a sudden I open my eyes and there's actually a man at my bedside.
A physical man.
A physical man. But, you know, I'm coming out of a dream that felt real. So for a few moments, I still think that I'm dreaming, because like, why would I not be dreaming? This is such a common thing for me. So I open my eyes and I see the figure there. And in my head, I'm just like, oh my, Nicole, you're still dreaming. Just close your eyes, go back to sleep.
Yeah.
So I close my eyes, and then something is like, open your eyes again. Like, and I open my eyes and the man's still there. And like, for
so
a second,
for a
second time, I'm just like, that's really weird. I must be deep in this dream. This is sleep paralysis. I close my eyes again, try to go back to sleep. Again, like, this is just like 30 seconds. I'm closing my eyes for 30 seconds. Third time, open my eyes. The man is still at my bedside.
Oh.
Like literally at the side of my bed. He's probably 1 foot away from me. He's looming over me. And at this point, I'm like, I think this is real, but you know, my roommate just had all of our mutual friends over. This is probably just one of my friends fucking with me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I say out loud, I'm like, hey, what are you doing? And I think it's one of our guy friends. And the person doesn't say anything.
Oh.
And they just stand there silently. And I'm like, you know, it's still not registering. I'm just like, this is one of my friends fucking with me. Like, that's so something like you would do to a friend to freak them out. And I'm like, ha ha, like, why aren't you saying anything? Why aren't you in the studio? And they don't say anything. And then I'm like, I start to feel like something's off.
That's eerie as fuck.
It's eerie as fuck. Like, anytime someone, you know, if it's your friend, you think they laugh or something like that. I could tell. I was like, the way that they're being silent. And I was like, something's off.
Yeah.
So I slept with my cell phone under my pillow at the time, as many, you know, young people do.
Right.
And I remember so vividly, I take my phone and I turn the flashlight on and I shine it on the figure, thinking it's going to reveal one of my friends.
Oh my God.
It reveals an old man in his 60s who looks exactly like the man that I've been dreaming about for over a decade. I am not fucking kidding you.
Holy fuck.
I scream at the top of my lungs. And as I'm like revealing, like shining the light on him, the thing that was really eerie to me is like what he was wearing, because I don't know, like, you know, when someone kind of like breaks into someone's house, I don't know what you would expect them to wear, but it definitely wasn't this. This man was in a suit.
Oh.
He was in a white button-up, like clean, like white button-up shirt, black suit jacket, black suit pants. He looked like very, like, not like super clean cut, like it was kind of ruffled and stuff. It was just really, really weird.
That is weird.
So I reveal his face. I see that it's an old man, definitely not anyone I know. I start screaming, like screaming top of my lungs. I'm like, get out, get out, get out. Please don't hurt me. Please don't hurt me. I'm covering my face. And the man does the creepiest thing, slowly reverses, backs up. And then I have a desk in my room, like where I would sit and work on my computer. Yeah. He gets on his hands and knees and he goes and he hides under my desk. And I mean, it's not a huge desk. He has to crouch really awkwardly. And so I take my phone again and I'm shining it because I'm like, what the fuck is this guy doing? What? And as I'm shining it to the corner of my room, looking at this man under the desk, I see that he had taken his shoes off and placed them right by the door to my bedroom so he wouldn't wake me up when he was walking across my room.
To make it quieter.
And they were dress shoes. Again, like,
what the fuck?
Just like a very unexpected outfit for this man to be wearing.
Yeah.
So I'm like, it's all hitting me so fast, and I'm just like, oh my God. So I start screaming. I'm like, please get out, please get out, please get out. I'm gonna call the police. Please get out.
You're being
please
polite
get out.
about it. I love that you're saying please. I love it.
I'm saying please. And let me tell you, like,
sometimes it helps. Sometimes it helps.
It really, because I was like, maybe if I say please. I mean, I was also screaming at the top of my lungs.
Yeah.
And it was one of those moments where I was like, I was in so much shock that I think I wasn't really confronted with like how really dangerous that situation was, or how like I truly in my bones thought something horrible was going to happen. Like he was going to do something to me. And so I'm screaming. I think like minutes pass. Like, and this man is acting weird. He's hiding under my desk. He's not really responding. And then finally he slowly gets up. He walks across my room very slow. Oh my God. He picks up his shoes and he leaves.
What the fuck? What kind of weird kink is this?
I have no clue.
He didn't harm you.
He didn't harm me.
Except for mentally and emotionally. But Jesus Christ.
He didn't touch me.
Oh my God.
And here's the messed up part. There's two messed up parts, but the times that I've told this story, people always think that I was dreaming. And for a while, I really had to cope with the fact that I'm like, did this really happen? This was a recurring dream for my entire life. How do I know this wasn't just like a more immersive one? Here's how I know.
Yeah.
Obviously, after he leaves the room, I get up because I need to get out of there. I'm like, I'm freaking out. I'm not just going to go back to bed. I get up and I run to the apartment. I turn all the lights on. My back door is hanging open. Oh. I have to physically go, close the door and lock it.
So you had physical proof.
Physical proof.
That someone was in there. Yeah.
Yeah. Like if the door would have been closed and locked, I would have probably, or, even if it just would have been closed, I probably would have been like, did I imagine that? I know for a fact, without a shadow of a doubt, I did not imagine it. And also, like, everything else was so clear. I didn't feel like I was in a dream state. It felt real. And also just like seeing his shoes there, like my flashlight being on. Anyway, so I called my roommate, the one who was in town, who was supposed to lock the door. And I'm hysterical. I'm telling her, I'm like, this happened. She's not believing me. She's like kind of being a bitch about it.
God.
And then finally I'm like, hey, but by the way, did you lock the door?
Yeah.
And she goes, oh my God, I forgot to lock the door. Because she was just like, so many friends were over, like they were just in and out.
So you got further confirmation.
Wow. And like the fucked up thing too was like we always locked that door.
Whoa.
We always locked the door. And this was like the one time that we didn't. And I'm like,
one time you don't, this happens?
Right. And what are the odds that this would happen? And so for so long, I did not know, like this was like deeply traumatic. A grown man being in the room of someone who's like 21 years old, waking up to see a strange old man watching you sleep is like the scariest thing. But it did make me reflect on all those years where I had that dream.
That is bizarre.
Again, I saw his face clear as day in those dreams, and I can't be sure that like it was the exact same face because again, like when it actually happened, I was in a state of shock, but I can say that it was the same build, it was the same general age, and like the man like was so similar. And I always, upon reflecting, I was like, I wonder if some way that was kind of like preparing me for that moment because like
yeah, it sounds like it.
Because like I had that dream for so long,
it's
and
like
then
premonition.
Exactly, and it's like I could have like been frozen, but instead I grabbed the flashlight, I started yelling, like it was almost like I snapped into action.
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, I don't like whatever he was in there intending to do, like it didn't happen. And then the final element to the story that like still gives me chills is like I called the police that night, obviously. Good. We had to, like that's a deeply scary thing. And like, who is this guy? And like, why was he, it looked like he was, I don't know, like who was this guy? They couldn't find anything. We like checked neighbors' cameras. Like someone I think saw a guy in a suit walking away or running away. I never got any closure until like 4 years later. I'm at a party and this boy that I was not very close with, but we were kind of in the same circle. He comes up to me and he's like, hey, Nicole, I know that I don't know you very well, but I need to tell you about something that happened the other weekend that I just like, it was really, really weird. And I just have to tell you. And I was like, okay, what's up? And he's like, I was at this like dive bar across town that I go to a lot. And I was just sitting at the bar by myself. And there was this weird guy in a suit sitting by himself, like close to me. Oh. And he said, him and I just kind of started talking, and we kind of started talking about like the art school and, just going to college here. He goes, I know a guy who broke into a girl's house just to watch her sleep once.
Oh my God.
And then, then whatever happened, like, I can't remember how he said the conversation ended. But that really stuck with that boy. Cause at that point, everyone in our circle knew that had happened to me, and they like, we just never had answers. And he heard that guy say that. And so he was like, Nicole, this happened. And like, You know, who would have thought there'd just be like this random guy at a bar like 4 years later being like, hey, I know a guy who did this once.
What the fuck?
And so like that was like weirdly.
That must have been, my nose is running, sorry. That must have been his kink or something. So maybe he just likes to watch strange women sleep. Not sorry. Not that you're a strange woman, but
girls.
Strangers, like just women he doesn't know, or just women. He likes to watch them sleep. That is so bizarre.
Isn't it bizarre?
And like, I'm really glad he didn't hurt you, but it still enrages me that he had the audacity to do that. Like, what is wrong with you? Like, get the help you need.
I know.
What the fuck?
And again, I feel like any girl, I mean, any person really, like that's the last thing you want to do.
That's
like
every woman's worst nightmare. Or I guess every person, but women especially. That's our worst nightmare.
Absolutely.
Is home invasion and predators and
But anyway, you know, I was like thinking that this experience never really stuck out to me as like a paranormal one, except when I was just like the dreams of it all. I'm like, you can't deny that I truly feel like whatever it is that causes us to have these dreams, these recurring, you know, experiences.
Yeah.
I really think that there was something like there was a reason I was having those, and it prepared me for that night because, you know, that night played out the exact way as my recurring dream.
That dream was like prepping your subconscious to handle it.
Exactly.
It's crazy. Man, we know. I am so sorry. I have to blow my nose and then I'll be back and we'll shoot some porn. Okay.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Let's do it.
I know this is like unprofessional. I should have brought Kleenex in. Sorry.
We're back.
Thank you for sharing that. I fucking love it. I mean, I hate it. I hate that happened to you.
It's a good story.
It's a good story.
It's a really good story.
You told me and my husband Sean that like a year or 2 years ago, I think, and we talked about it for months. Like it would just randomly come up. Like Sean especially would just randomly be like, "Remember when Nicole woke up to a man staring at her sleeping in her room?" Like we're just like, how is she so well adjusted? I would be so fucked up. But
I don't know how I adjusted to that. But I mean, I think just because nothing bad happened, I think I'm just like, wow, that went, I think, as well as it could have.
Right. Yeah. Actually, I mean, it kind of for what it was, best case scenario, you know?
You know what I'm in the mood for?
Some write-ins?
Probably some write-ins. Like, let's see what other people have going on.
I love it.
And again, reminder to the listeners, we haven't vetted these. So
no.
Some of these might be a little cuckoo.
They might be a little cray-cray, but hopefully not. Okay, we're on. Hey, Leah. My name is Erica, and I live in San Diego, California. When I was 23, I worked at the Hotel del Coronado, managing 2 jewelry stores. One of them, Opals, sold beautiful opal jewelry, my birthstone, so I loved being scheduled there, especially at night. I'm big into paranormal, so I used to research the hotel's hauntings during my shift, especially the story of Kate Morgan, the hotel's most famous ghost.
Oh my gosh.
Love a haunted hotel ghost story.
Love a haunted hotel.
I love it. I love it. One night, my coworker came over during her break to hang out. I was standing near the back desk. She was by the door and we were just chatting casually. Then suddenly, a stapler flew across the room toward her.
No.
It came from behind me and I hadn't moved. Let me just zoom in a little bit because I'm old. Okay, there we go. I'm sorry, I shouldn't say that. Anyone over 40 is going to be like, girl. She freaked out and accused me of throwing it, but there was just no way.
That's crazy.
Right? She looked at me and said, I told you something was going to come if you kept looking for it, and left me alone in the store. Melting face emoji.
Oh my God. That's the perfect emoji for that
That's
moment,
a very
though.
appropriate emoji.
She left you alone.
That's cruel.
She accused you of throwing the stapler, but also is like...
But also blamed you for inviting a ghostly spirit.
Yeah, and then she's like, girl, I'm out.
Yeah, and then peaced out.
Okay.
All right, well, we see who you are. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Later, the girl at the nearby toy shop asked what had happened. When I told her, she said, at least you've got a story now. She told me her displays sometimes get mysteriously wrecked overnight. I guess weird stuff just happens there. Anyway, I finished my shift and kept researching. Thank you for reading my story. I will see if I can find the audio of my old coworker confirming and send it over. Thanks, Erica. That was a great story.
Erica, thank you so much. The visual, like a stapler also is like a very hefty object.
It is. It is.
The image of it like flying.
That's really scary.
It just... That is so aggressive. Just when, if I don't know, the off chance that a human throws a stapler, like that's escalation.
Yeah.
Like 100.
Yeah.
But like just it mysteriously flying.
Right. Oh my God.
It's crazy.
It's insane.
What would you have said back to that coworker?
Well, I'm also pretty conflict averse.
Me too.
So I'd probably be like, sorry.
Yeah, sorry, that was me.
But and then later I'd think about it and I'd be like, you know what I should have said? And then I'll just like brew on it for another 10 years.
That would have been me verbatim too. I'd be like, oh my God,
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. And then later, like,
what the fuck?
Like, how dare she?
I know. I'm going to think about this for 20 years.
Damn, working in a haunted like workplace and like having to go every day and it be your job, that would be like taxing in a different way.
It would be like, yeah, that's why I only want to go for a day. I don't want to like always be going back.
Right. You want to be able to dip in, dip out.
Yeah, dip in and dip out. Because the more you're there, the more opportunities there are for weird shit to happen.
Oh, do you want me
to sorry. Yeah, like, let's take turns. Here you go, my love.
So we have another one. Thank you again, Erica.
We both know how to read, not to brag. Thank you, Erica.
So this one, I don't think has a name that they wish to share. So from this individual, they say, I came from a TikTok vid. So I got kind of a weird story. So basically when I used to live with my dad, he owned 2 houses, ours and the one next door. I was kind of beefing with my stepmom, so I mostly just stayed at the other house. Now this other house was always just kind of weird. You know, lights flickering, figures in the windows, stereotypical ghost stuff. I stayed at the house, slept there, ate there, etc., all the things. So one day, I'm taking a shower and I thought I heard boot clomps from somewhere in the house. This wasn't super uncommon because my dad went in there sometimes to grab stuff. So I called out to see if anyone was there. Nothing. I wrapped my towel around myself and walked a bit throughout the house. Nothing. Nobody was there. I got back into the shower, not really thinking anything of it. This happened a few more times throughout my shower. Wow, what a spooky shower.
It's a very spooky shower.
Finally, I finish the shower and I get out. Still booty naked, by the way. Love that.
Love that description.
I love booty naked.
Booty naked.
That's so cute. I look like 4 feet away and there's this 7 foot tall black figure just staring at me from behind a wall.
Oh my God.
7 feet also is crazy.
That's insane.
That
no one should be that tall. No. Not even ghosts.
Especially a shadow figure.
God.
Okay. It ducked right after I saw it.
Oh.
I just kind of sat there for like 20 minutes, absolutely terrified. Oh, I would too.
Mm-hmm.
Finally, I got the courage to put my towel on me. Oh, you were still booty naked.
Oh.
I love that. That adds a layer of vulnerability.
Vulnerable. Yeah, seriously. Oh my God.
Oh my gosh. And wielding a toilet brush, I swept through the house. No one was there.
Oh.
I later told my dad and my stepsister about it and they didn't believe me. We pretty much laughed it off. We ended up naming the ghost Pervy Ghost.
It is a pervy ghost. I was thinking that.
They were watching you in the shower.
It's insidious.
It is. Weird stuff still happens in that house to this day and I always make sure to say hi to Pervy whenever I go over there. I don't know, but I thought you guys might like this story. Also, I'm typing on my phone, so sorry about the formatting.
Aww.
No worries about that. You were an excellent storyteller.
I love that he didn't hold a grudge, or they didn't hold a grudge against Pervy, and we're like, hi. It'll still say hi.
I know, they just kind of they befriended Pervy, even like naming the ghost Pervy.
That's hilarious. Like almost a term of endearment.
Yeah, like, hey Pervy. I also love the visual of you like booty naked in the house, like chasing out or like seeking out this 7 foot shadow figure with a toilet brush.
That's very funny. Visual.
I mean, what better weapon? I don't know if I would have done it different. I would have probably been like scared naked.
What do you grab? A toilet brush probably, or a plunger, or
yeah.
I don't know. A tampon?
Yeah. That could work.
It could.
That was a really good story.
Yeah, thank you.
That is spooky. Honestly, anytime I hear footsteps when I'm like in the shower, it's scary.
Oh, like if it's your husband or something?
Really, yeah, like anyone, if you just hear, you're in the shower, you hear things. I don't know. It's just vulnerable, You know
how Google or Gmail like has like response suggestions to emails?
What are they?
They're so weird. They're
what
like,
does it want to say?
The first one is so for this next ghost story write-in, Google's like, what if you said, I'm so proud of you? Or sounds like fun. And then the third one is, sorry to hear that. They just covered all their bases.
I know, they're like any emotion, like
they're
a
like
myriad of emotions.
Yeah, well, I can't think of my own thoughts and words. So thank you.
Imagine we reply to the last person, sounds like fun.
Sounds like fun. Proud of you.
Proud of you. Sorry to hear that.
Sorry to hear that. Oh, just all three.
Yeah.
Or like, choose your own adventure, choose your own response. This person didn't say whether or not they want to be anonymous, so I just won't say their name. So the encounters have been small, like things falling from places they shouldn't have, so I brushed it off. But then my dog, it's always the dog, then my dog started acting odd and scared.
They know.
I also started to notice how I can hear knocking at night. That's a common one. It's not common, but I've heard it a handful of times.
Me
and
too.
It's very creepy.
Very.
I can hear knocking at night. It was subtle at first, but then one night it sounded like it was coming from under my bed.
No.
So of course I looked out there. I went downstairs because my room was upstairs, and the way my house is set up, you can see the bathroom from coming down the stairs, and I have plastic cabinets, and all of the cabinet doors were open.
No.
That sucks. That's weird. That sucks. That's weird.
Sorry to hear that.
I'm sorry to hear that. I'm proud of you.
I'm proud of you.
That's so funny. I ended up staying with my mother, who lived fairly close to me for the night. And soon after moving out for other non-ghost related reasons. So he's like, I didn't actually leave because of the ghost, but I left for other non-ghost related.
Not every single cabinet being open.
Right. That's very creepy. And then knocking under the bed.
No.
Like, are they bored? Like, what are they doing?
Be real with me. Okay, scenario. You're in this situation. You hear knocking under your bed. Are you looking?
Yeah.
You are gonna look.
Yeah. Actually, I don't really know until I'm in the situation, because I guess we're all different, and fight or flight would take over, I suppose. But I think that I would have to shine a light, because the logic part of my brain would probably be like, is there a possum? That makes no sense. A possum.
I love that your brain goes there.
I live in the woods most of the time. Like I live in nature, so I might be like, did a raccoon get in here?
Is there a raccoon in here?
And then seeing nothing would be even more traumatizing. I'd rather see a raccoon.
Absolutely.
But yeah, dude, fucking crazy. Do you want to read the next one?
Yeah, absolutely.
Let me pull it up for you.
That last one though.
This one's kind of long, just so you know.
I'm glad that they were able to go to their mom's house.
I know, good old moms.
Absolutely. And I'm also glad you got out of that house. I do wish I could talk to that person and be like, did anything else ever happen, or was it like that one night?
Well, I mean, you have our email if you're listening. I'm going to do I respond to everyone and be like, you're on the podcast? So yeah, if you have any follow-up, please email us again.
You should probably, lead with, I'm proud of you. And by the way,
I'm going to email all these write-ins and be like, I'm proud of you. And by the way,
you made it. You're on the podcast.
Ticket to Hollywood.
I do want to know what Ghost Inspector Greg would say about that last email. I want to know, why do entities use knocking?
He should do one of the episodes with us where we read these write-ins.
Actually, that's a fantastic
because he'd actually
idea.
have some real insight.
He is the pro.
Yes.
Okay. This person his name is Derek. Oh,
I'm sorry.
We're ghosty burpy girls.
That was a ghost.
That was a ghost.
They're
not knocking this
me.
Yeah. Hello, my name is Derek.
Hi, Derek.
Hey, Derek. I just turned 38 on Saturday. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
And I live in the Chicagoland area. Originally, I'm from a small town in West Central Illinois. For full disclosure, I have been interested in ghosts and the paranormal for my whole life. I bought my first EMF detector. Greg would be proud.
He would be.
Early in high school. And throughout my teens and 20s, I would occasionally do amateur investigations of local haunts with some of my friends who shared this passion with me. Is this my college boyfriend?
We might be.
Amateur ghost hunter.
Oh, yeah.
Just kidding.
The one that got away.
His name wasn't Derek.
Oh.
Derek, you sound awesome. I only say that to set up the story and to clarify that I understand if someone is skeptical of any account I may give, as I would appear biased. I believe there's a stigma that those of us who take an interest in such things see ghosts in every shadow, every light reflection, and the sound of every creaking floorboard. Derek, you're such a great writer.
You're a good writer.
Yeah, this is amazing. I find the subject of ghosts fascinating and fun, but I'm more than capable of being skeptical. And I generally assume that what most people jump at the chance to call a ghost is usually something normal and explainable. I only like talking about the good stuff, the stories that aren't as easy to explain or dismiss.
Yeah.
Over the course of my 38 years on this planet, and as someone who at one point actively went looking for this sort of thing, I only came up with 2 to 3 experiences that I think are worth noting. 2 of those were when I wasn't looking. Okay. And the best one is most recent and the last one that I've had. That's the one I'll be sharing today.
Ooh.
Back in October of 2019, I lost my grandfather. We weren't close, but the loss was obviously hard on my family. Then 3 months later, in January of 2020, that was a great time for us all. Just kidding. We also lost my grandmother. Oh, I'm sorry. My grandma and I were very close. I was raised by a single mother, and my grandma was there for me just as much as my own mom was. We were always there for each other, and until I moved away permanently in 2012, we maintained that kind of relationship. So even though the family saw the writing on the wall because of her declining health, the loss was very hard for everyone, but it was especially the case for me.
Yeah.
I had to travel back downstate from Chicago to my hometown for the funeral, and I arrived the night before with my then girlfriend. The first stop when we arrived was to my grandparents' house, which now felt so empty without either of them there, even though everything inside looked normal. All of this was obviously difficult to process, as it would be for anyone. At one point, it was just my girlfriend, my aunt, and myself sitting around in the living room. We were talking, laughing, and sharing stories of my grandparents. Despite being very sad, simply talking about my grandma made me feel a lot better. I was sitting beside my girlfriend and facing my aunt, saying something about my grandma, when from the very top of my line of sight, I saw a strange light emerge from the ceiling, dip down into the room like a tube or a worm, and then slide back up into the ceiling. Wow. It could have been a tube or a ball of light with a trail behind it. It resembled the wormhole that emerges from Donnie's chest in the film Donnie Darko.
Oh.
This only lasted about 2 seconds, but I know what I saw, and after I finished my sentence to my aunt, I turned to my girlfriend to comment on what I'd just seen, but the look on her face said it all. She'd seen it too. She confirmed this to me and my aunt. And my aunt said that she hadn't seen it, but she'd been focused on me talking to her and just happened to miss it. I was stunned. The moment was so vivid and I felt emotional. But even though I loved talking about ghosts, I hadn't even thought of the possibility of experiencing something in my grandparents' house, let alone the possibility that it was one of them revealing themselves in the afterlife. Was that what happened? I don't know. I really don't know what it was, but the coincidence is jarring and I'll never forget it. I'd like to think it was my grandmother saying goodbye, but that's projection and wishful thinking more than likely. What I do know is that I saw something. It wasn't a shadow. It wasn't a light reflection. If it wasn't paranormal, it was something I hadn't experienced before, and I'll carry it with me for the rest of my life.
Oh my God, this is beautiful. I have chills.
Derek, that was actually a beautiful story.
Derek, you're like a really good writer.
You're a really good writer.
I don't even think you use ChatGPT. That sounded like a real human.
That was actually Derek. Derek, that was a fantastic story.
Beautiful.
And like just very heartwarming.
Very heartwarming. I love that. And I like the humility at the end of like, I don't know if it was really a goodbye, but it was something I haven't seen before. It was really cool. I like to think she was saying bye, but
I also think she was saying bye. Just, the little tube of light coming down.
Yeah.
I like the breed of ghost stories that we've been hearing, Leah, where it's like, like these sweet expressions from somebody's like relative or loved one right after they pass over.
Yeah.
Like those are just like a really special.
Those might be my favorite so far.
I think me too, because it's just like, it's almost not scary.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, thank you.
Oh, there you are. Thank you.
Derek, thank you so much. That was fantastic. And I also love that you were like into ghost hunting when you were in high school.
That's so cool.
Anyone who that's just so cool.
I love it. We have another one, but it's really funny. It's the subject line is totally fictional but eerie. And I don't know if this is like something he wrote. His name is Larry. He's okay with you knowing that.
Okay.
Larry Walters. I don't know if this is like an original piece or just a ghost story that he likes.
We're in it together.
But I guess we'll read it. Why not? I was trying not to burp again. Sorry. I'm trying to be a lady. Okay. The house I'm in now is creepy as fuck. Well, this sounds real, Larry. Okay.
This sounds real. So far, it sounds believable.
He's like, I just want someone to read my fictional novel. The house I'm in right now is creepy as fuck. I won't even get through the night without unexplained noises and stuff moving without my having moved it. The place is spooky just because it's empty and I'm all by myself. Haven't even seen anyone in forever. The draft that used to just be in the foyer seems to follow me around like a damp shawl, feeding my depression.
Oh my God.
Relatable. I'm kidding.
Very relatable.
Every once in a while, shit gets real with lots of stuff moving all at once in a frenzy. And I almost get up the courage to run out the door and never look back. But I keep thinking about all the memories the family built there. And I know I'll never leave. Maybe the soft weeping I can't get out of my head is actually me, driven mad by my inability to let this place go. Now, see, this is what I'm talking about. The bedroom light just switched on and off again while I was writing. There's nobody in there. If there's nobody even in the house, what should I do? This house is paid for, but I don't know if anyone would buy a rundown piece of crap place like this, especially if they actually stayed here long enough, aka 5 minutes, to see the weird shit when it happens. I do have one thing that's actually kind of got me excited about staying. It seems that the ghosts may be related. A mom, a dad, and 2 kids. Oh, a ghost family.
I like that.
Well, last week I started purposely interacting with them. I played ball with the kids. They're real young, only 2 or so, and maybe even twins. After that...
How do you know?
How do you know? That's so funny. After that, I got brave and followed the dad ghost around for a while until he abruptly turned. I didn't even bother to get out of his way. I just ran right at him. I didn't expect him to act startled like he did. He had to grab the door frame to keep his balance.
Oh.
What? I thought you could just run through them. No, I'm kidding.
Good
Wife
point.
just showed up. I like her. She's pretty in a sad way that seems to dote on the children. She's alone. Man, men love a woman in distress, a damsel in distress. She's alone. So I'm going to try following her like I followed the dad. I don't know how close she'll let me get. She has to know that I'm here. Okay, so was this like an original? I think this was like an original piece.
I think so. This was an original fictional piece.
He's like, I'm looking for a literary agent in Hollywood. No, I mean it was enjoyable. Thank you for writing in.
Yeah, thank you. So, I mean, I like thinking of like a ghost family.
Yeah, it's kind of sweet.
He made me think about something that I sometimes think about when I watch a spooky movie. In his piece of writing, he was like, I could sell this place, but who would even want it? Like, I feel like when I hear spooky stories, sometimes where like a house is just tormenting you, I'm like,
yeah.
Why don't you leave?
Why don't you leave?
But then I'm like, sometimes, like it's a privilege to be able to leave. Like, good point. Like maybe you can't resell it. Maybe you know, whatever. It's an interesting dynamic of a ghost story. Like, what if you actually can't leave?
Truly.
Larry, that was a really interesting story. Thank you for sharing it.
Thank you, Larry. Here's the thing. We
started. Sorry.
No, please.
We started out friends. I'm just singing a song.
I'm debating we can wrap up, or I guess we might have 5 to 10 minutes until we got to get out of here. What do you think? There are no more emails. The only other option is another personal story, or I could read some of the Instagram or TikTok comments, because some people just wrote their stories in the comments, which was kind of funny.
So I think maybe we do a little wrap up.
I think that's good,
because we do, dear audience, we have plans to share some of the voicemails we've been receiving.
Yeah, we also got a bunch of voicemails, which we'll do in another episode.
Leah was such a superstar and set up something called the Haunt Line, where people have been calling in to like leave voicemails, and her beautiful husband, Sean, I think might be joining us for that.
Oh yes, I believe he'll be joining to react and respond to those voicemails.
Absolutely. Yeah. And perhaps maybe we can do another app with some of the comments.
Yeah. There were a lot.
Anyone listening who has a ghost story, feel free to write in. We were talking about how we really love shows that kind of like include stories from just like random, anonymous people or people writing in. I love hearing just like different people sharing in this way. So
I love it too. And, we'll put the info down below or whatever, but you can write in to ghostgirlspod@gmail.com, or you can text or call and leave a voicemail at this is not my personal number, so don't get any ideas. Creepy. Yeah. 213-369 damn she fine. Sorry. I just realized that's what this number is. 213-369-0924. Tell me you're a millennial without telling me you're a millennial.
We both just exposed ourselves because I was like, here's the thing. We started out friends. Who was that? I was Kelly Clarkson. And
Lil Jon. Lil Jon? Yeah.
We are millennials.
Shots. This has been another episode of Ghost Girls.
We're just 2 girls trying to figure out about life
by talking about death.
Until next time,
stay curious.
Stay so curious. Bye. Goodbye.
Footsteps fading down the hall, paintings moving on my wall, chills that wrap around my spine, trapped between the threads of time.